Super Mario Bros. Wonder recently got announced as the newest 2D Mario platformer lineup. There were rumors of a new entry coming to the Switch, though nothing was concrete amongst the community. That is, until the recent Direct gave us an incredible trailer showing us the rumors were true. In it, we were shown a new art style, gorgeous level design, an expanded cast of playable characters, crazy power-ups, and elephant. We'll get into that later. I can say along with everyone else that I am very excited for this new game, especially since I have been a huge fan of this subgenre within the Mario franchise for a long time now. From what I can tell, this art style is completely new for Mario, which is great because they took this style and ran with it. Everything's so vibrant, colorful, and clean. It has some stunning backgrounds too. It's crazy that they're adding this much style to a new Super Mario Bros. Game, which is known for having a very simple, easy to work with design. You could tell because they made 6 games with the same style spanning across 5 different consoles. So it's nice to see that they decided to change it up for this new addition to the series. The animation as well is very goofy and smooth. This is the most expressive I've ever seen the 2D iterations of these characters, and it's a nice change of pace from what we're used to. As far as the level design goes, it's pretty good. It's never been show-stoppingly amazing, but it's a nice, fun way to traverse through this new world that Mario and his friends have been sent to, with exceptions of levels being tweaked to fit certain gimmicks the game has for us to enjoy. The control in this game looks about the same as it always does in every other title, just with some sprinkled pizzazz on top, which is always really nice to see. The multiplayer for this subgenre is also making a return, and I'm hoping it's a return to the classic co-op that we had in original New Super Mario Bros. Titles. Not how they did it in New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, where they basically give you God mode from the beginning. I know it's meant to appeal to all ages, some of which might not be familiar with the difficulty of these games, but I think it's better to play the game in its set difficulty by learning to avoid and overcome the problems presented, by using your knowledge of the game mechanics to overcome those obstacles. But that's not going to stop me from buying the game, so it's whatever. When it comes to the playable characters, you can, of course, play as Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Toad, with the new additions of Yoshi and Daisy. In past games, Yoshi's always been rideable, but I don't think he's ever been playable. Same goes for Daisy, even though they've both been reoccurring characters in other spin-off titles. So it's really exciting to see them in the main cast within this new setting. Speaking of difficulty, they have a little indicator on the bottom of a level that shows the difficulty of a stage, which I think is great. The level design in previous games were never meant to be challenging, but depending on if it was your first time playing the game, or if you were playing with multiple people, your difficulty spice could go one of many ways. But to account for my lack of friends, I'll stick to single player. There were levels sprinkled throughout previous titles that gave somewhat of a challenge, but it was never too punishing. And while I can't imagine it'll be any more punishing in this game, the fact that they're blatantly telling you the difficulty must mean they've got some sort of hard mode in different levels throughout the rest of the game, which I hope they continue to do in future titles, because I, along with other community members, love those difficulty spikes. It also makes me think they've got other routes planned for players who want to play casually, which sounds like a nice way to even it out for the people who like a challenge and the people who do not. We've got some new and old enemies making a return. Old enemies being Goombas, Galoombas, Koopa Troopas, Paratroopas, Piranha Plants. Where is bro going? We've got some old enemies with new gimmicks like Roller Skating Troopas and Long Goomba that has an interesting shape, which is pretty average in my eyes. Some would say huge. We've also got some new enemies like these spike helmets, this Dark Cloud which looks like it wants to take my lunch money, these sheep ram Koopa Troopa things, a gopher thing, these balloonfish things, this big Koopa Troopa thing. There's a lot of things. All of these new and old enemies have a nice style to them that definitely fits this new world. In the trailer, we've only seen one boss, and it's Bowser Jr., which makes sense because he's always been a staple in these types of games. But he's got a new shrinking power, which I imagine with this world is going to give him a bunch of different power-ups for the other boss fights you have against him to spice things up a bit. Of course, we have some original power-ups making a return, like the mushroom and the fire flower, but we also got some new ones, like some new flower powers, which send you to different dimensions. We've got Ball Mario, or Spike Ball Mario, I don't know. Long Mario, which has a very interesting shape, and Elephant Mario. That's right, he has another fursona. Fan artists are foaming at the mouth right now. I've honestly never thought I would want to see this ever in my life, but after seeing it, I guess I have no choice. Especially after seeing him punt a Goomba into space. Nintendo, marry my wallet. I love how when Nintendo has a good gimmick, they really lean into the wackiness of it. And while the gimmicks aren't always great, I think they've got something good here, and I'm excited to see what they do with it. As far as collectibles go, we have the same ones as always, main ones being the coins. But they've added new ones this time around. There are these purple coins, which reminded me of the regional coins from Super Mario Odyssey. There are these Wonder Seeds, and I have no idea what they do. They're given to you by these Walmart toads, which are definitely the victims of Bowser's little funny moments, enslaving the populations of a new world for his own benefit. The Wonder Seeds, I'm guessing because you see their counter on the world map, are probably used to unlock the next world, or maybe it's even used for hidden bonus levels, or alternate routes that lead to the same place regardless, like Super Mario 3D World with its green stars, which I personally liked. I'm not sure what others might think of it being that way if it is, but I wouldn't protest against it because I always liked how the previous games handled these diversions in the world map. The soundtrack and sound effects are nice on the ears as well. The old sound effects remain mostly unchanged. They added a new jump sound which threw me off when I first heard it, but it's not bad. I like it. They sort of remixed the power-up sound effect when you hit it out of a block, which I also like. Of course, the power-up sound itself remains the same, which I imagine would have been a sin in the eyes of the community. The soundtrack, as always, sounds amazing. It's new and expressive music that feel great for the personality and taste of this new world, but also keeping that sense of familiarity that we're all so fond of hearing from these Mario games. From what I could tell, this could be a great introduction for newcomers into the series. And of course, another new adventure for us to enjoy, with new playable characters, a nice style, classic co-op, original levels, themes, and ideas. It looks like a fantastic new direction that they're taking with 2D Mario, and I cannot wait for it to release. Anyways, thanks for watching. This type of video is new for me, so if you want more videos like this, leave a like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Take care.